And we conclude tonight with Reginald, who is a longtime animal activist, animal rights activist. We've got a lot to talk about. When we first talked, we were going to talk about pet-friendly landlords, which I do want to talk about. But something else has happened that you've also been fighting against for many years, and that's dog fighting.
Illegal dog fighting, yes.
Is there illegal dog fighting?
Well, yeah, let's, just to really highlight the dog fighting, there's 12 underground magazines and 40,000 dog fighters in America alone. It's a global epidemic. It's been going on for years, and they do it in Tijuana. They do it in Russia, right out in the streets. It's horrific. And,
did you say that there's illegal and legal? Is there legal?
No,
dog
there's
fighting?
no legal dog fighting at all. It's a felony in most states. We want to make it a felony with major jail time in all states. And I've got a new TV show coming out myself, which has a little America's Most Wanted feel, where we're going to offer reward money. You need to give these people reward money to turn in the fight. Upon arrest and conviction, they get $5,000. And then when you bust the dog fight, you can't just do what they're probably going to do with the Vic dogs, is destroy the dogs. Most of them don't even want to fight. None of the dogs want to fight.
No.
But they torture them. They put gunpowder in their food. They beat them. They torture them. And there's nothing worse than a dog fighter, a child molester. That's about as low as you go.
What is the situation in the Bay Area?
Okay, the Bay Area, San Francisco, because it's such a dense city, there's hardly any dog fighting. But amazingly enough, Carl Friedman, head of animal control, told me 2 years ago they busted the West Coast championships of illegal dog fighting. Believe it or not, in a warehouse in San Francisco in the Fillmore district, a catered event, not with a bunch of gangbangers, but with doctors and lawyers attending the fight.
This was in San Francisco?
In the city, yes.
And they called it the West Coast Championships.
West Coast Championships.
And these were the normal. That was the normal scenario where dogs were seriously injured or killed.
Fought to the death. And if they don't
fight to the death.
Yeah, and they shoot them, and they usually kill them. The losing dog usually gets shot, hung, like you say, electrocuted. They enjoy the killing of man's best friend. I mean, these are devils.
Who was attending this?
Doctors, lawyers, professional people, and gang types, trailer trash types, just a bunch of morons in general. But professional people go to these things because they love the violence of it.
Professional people go because they love the violence of it.
Yes, believe it or not, it's not just a bunch of gang members.
Are they betting?
Yeah, there's heavy gambling. In Texas, a guy was murdered because his winning dog got $100,000, and 3 people went to his house and shot him and took his money. So it's a horrific problem, and it goes on, across the country and around the world.
So this Vic, the quarterback Vic from the Atlanta Falcons, who's now been arraigned, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Thank God. Thank God. He should get 10 years in prison for what he did. It's racketeering. It's illegal gambling. It's torturing, and murdering man's best friend. So it's just.
Does it get prosecuted seriously?
You know what's happening? The judges in this country are out of control. They give someone that kills a puppy or destroys an animal, they give them community service in an animal shelter. The animal shelter people don't want those pigs there, and that's a compliment. And they should be doing jail time. So it's the judge's fault for not sentencing these people to heavier penalties, so that they really get the message that if you kill and torture animals, you're going to jail.
What happened in San Francisco when they did bust that?
They busted this West Coast Championships. They were prosecuted. I could find out if I come back.
I mean, they were prosecuted in Superior Court in San Francisco?
That's what Carl told me, yeah, because it happened in the city. I can find out more about it. That's something that
we'll let you get into that. Now, this is just one part. You're just a total, complete activist. By the way, what made you, or what makes you so passionate about animal rights?
Well, I love animals. People don't know how to love on the level that animals do. I mean, that's really, people think, oh, if they're just animals, what about people? It's not a contest who's getting tortured, people or animals. We have to elevate the consciousness of everyone to stop these kind of horrific things against children, against animals. It's the same degenerative mentality that now with the internet, there's so many horrible things people see on the internet, whether it's child pornography, dog fighting, things like that. People get ideas. There's a lot of morons out there that watch things and they get bad ideas and do bad things.
Do you think there's more dog fighting now than before because of the internet?
Yeah, because of the internet and rap music. DMX,
Why?
He's another scumbag. He has on his stupid music all about dog fighting.
No.
Yeah, DMX. Yeah, they have a whole. When he does videos, he has dogfighting scenes. Jay-Z is posing in a dogfighting pit in one of his videos. 99 Waves, his new.
Is there outrage?
I mean, there should be now. There'll be more outrage. Michael Vick, as evil as he is doing a service to help stop this by highlighting it and pissing people off.
All right, now you're also fighting to have landlords allow pets, or what's the situation?
Okay, we want responsible pet owners. 2/3 of the people in San Francisco are renters, and nobody can find a place with their pets. So I have a deal with Gavin Newsom to make the mayor of San Francisco, to make him the first pet-friendly mayor in America. What that means is we don't make it mandatory, but we encourage landlords to let responsible people in their buildings with a slight little surcharge of $25, $50 per pet. We originally went to Sacramento to Ledge Council to make it a tax rebate, but because of Prop 13, we couldn't do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it to Ledge Council in Sacramento next. I'm going to meet with the mayor of Los Angeles. We're going to get this going on a national level. It's the biggest reason why 9 million dogs and cats are euthanized per year.
Explain that.
Because nobody can find a place with their pets. Unless you own a place, it's hard to get a landlord to... Landlords stigmatize all pet owners as being irresponsible.
Or that they might destroy the apartment.
That's right. But so many pet owners are very responsible. They are a part of the family. They shouldn't be penalized for a few bad apples.
All right, so you're telling me that throughout the United States, this is not, aren't there some communities that have a policy like this?
Pet-friendly landlords?
Yes.
No. The Chronicle editorialized me. The Examiner, we've been on the front page of the Examiner 3 times. ABC TV. Everybody wants it. The California Apartment Association.
But it's not the case in major cities, some major cities?
Well, we almost had it done in San Francisco, and I had to withdraw my legislation because the president of the Board of Supervisors, Aaron Peskin, fired 3 commissioners over it. This is all in the Examiner.
For this?
Over my legislation.
Why would he be concerned? Why would the Board of Supervisors be so concerned about one piece of legislation?
Because before we started recalling him, he was bitter foes with Gavin Newsom. They still are bitter foes. The mayor, but he didn't want our mayor to be the first pet-friendly mayor in America. That's a hell of an honor, if you think about it, to be the first pet-friendly mayor in this country. There's a lot of implications attached to that are very positive.
And you're telling me that this became a political potato in San Francisco?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I became a political firecracker here. I initiated the recall. I've got some really big power players from Chinatown where he's done a lot of damage.
We made an agreement. The recall is a campaign.
That's another topic.
We're not allowed to do that here. But okay, now tell me some other battles you're fighting on behalf of pets and animals.
Okay, this is really cool. Tonight I'll be with Joe Alioto Veronese, the grandson of Alioto, and he's running for state senator against Mark Leno.
Careful, that's campaigning.
Okay, sorry. And we're going to donate 40 canine armor vests to the San Francisco Police Department. We're going to get 3 sponsors. The vests are $600. They're bulletproof. The police dogs cost $15,000. You want to protect the lives of those police dogs. They are going in with guys with guns. They don't have guns. So let's give the police dogs a Kevlar vest. They're very light, they're bulletproof, and they work.
Has this been done before?
Yes, and other departments have it, but it's just finding the money. So we're going to find the money. Show me the money, $600 bucks.
You're heavily involved in these battles, aren't you?
I really am, and I didn't really plan it that way, but I'm just disgusted with what's going on in this country. There's so many bad things going on. We need to fight back. We need to do things. You can't just sit there and expect some politician to do things. The politicians are out of control too. Look how all the monkey business they're doing. So we as Americans need to stand up and unite and do things together.
What are some of the other problem areas?
Besides the animal, the pet stuff? Oh, in the pet world? Well, we need to sterilize all pets. They need to be neutered.
You agree with that?
Except for certain breeds that are with breeders.
No, but I meant there's an issue in Sacramento on this.
Yes. The reason we need to do it is 9 million dogs and cats are being whacked out because there's too many of them. There's not enough homes. So the landlords are not pet friendly. There's overpopulation. Nobody's euthanizing their pets. You can see the problem. 9 million dogs and cats.
When you look at the Bay Area, of course, our SPCA and animal units are they any different than the other cities in the San Francisco Bay Area? Or what is the policy among those various?
Well, I don't want to get into some things I've heard that are going on in this city with animal control. I don't want to go there yet. That's something that we're investigating right now. But I just want to say that pit bulls don't get a fair chance to be adopted. They're in Colorado. They just killed 2,000 of them. They're the most discriminated breed, and now we can see why. They fight them, they torture them, and then they turn them loose and throw them in the street. This happens in Las Vegas.
They let them loose on the street?
Yeah. I went on ABC, NBC, and CBS in all the different markets, Las Vegas, 4 or 5 years ago when I produced Lisa Gibbons' most successful show against dog fighting. And in every city I went to, the animal control would have dead dogs they would find that had been fought. Some of them, they throw them, like in Oakland, they get 4 a night that are dumped off there that are dead. You know, they throw them around, leave them, you know, near the animal shelter. They find them 4 a night that have been fought. And it's that way in all the major cities. Dog fighting is all over the place, you know.
It's much more extensive than I imagine, and I think a lot of our viewers imagine. They would imagine this was just an esoteric experience that occurs from time to time. You're saying that it's part of the culture.
Yeah, it's part of a real sad
culture,
subculture of devils in this country and around the world. In Tijuana, they have dog fights all over the place. In Russia, I mean, it's just unbelievable. It's all over, and it's got to be stopped. And we can't even stop it in this country. There's 40,000 dog fighters, 12 underground dog fighting magazines.
Underground magazines?
Yeah, dog fighting magazines, you know, and it's... So we really got to get on it with reward money and no-kill shelters to take the dogs to. When you bust a dog fight, you wanted to give it to animal control. They're going to whack them out, too. They're one
What do you mean whack them out?
Kill them, euthanize them, because they are pit bulls. You know?
Just because they are pit bulls?
Yeah, it's like being a Jew in Nazi Germany. I mean, for these dogs, they're going to be killed.
You mean even if it's not injured, and if it's not been fatally injured in a dog fight, you mean there's animal units that will automatically
take it to animal control and kill them?
In San Francisco? Oakland?
Well, you know what? Yeah, in every department. They're not being sent to no-kill shelters. There's one woman in L.A. who was on Lisa Gibbons' show with me, Tia Torres. She has a no-kill shelter in L.A., and the police know her, and they'll give her the dogs that have been fought, and she can rehabilitate a lot of them. Some of them are just too far gone.
Let me start. We only have a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Are you saying to me that the reason why pit bulls seem to always show up as the dogs that have injured children and so on is because they were trained? They are not inherently that way? Would you say that? Could you make a blanket statement like that?
Yeah, I could say they end up in the wrong hands of the wrong people, just like those people with the Presa Canarios that killed that woman. You know, they knew those dogs were vicious. You know what your dog's capable of. The wrong people are getting powerful dogs that they can't control or that they have other ulterior motives to have. It's a sign of machismo in the certain communities to have a big, tough dog, you know, because the guy's a punk, so he looks to his dog for his manhood. There's so many different levels of this, and we can't possibly cover it in 15 minutes.
But I just want to, one more time, you think that a pit bull is not inherently that violent? It's only been trained to be that way?
I think every dog is a product of its owner. They have the capability, but you can get...
No, but I mean, are they inherently, as a breed, more violent than other breeds?
I don't think they are. I think they are manipulated into that.
Then you're saying when these animal units automatically dispose of them because they categorize them as vicious dogs, that's a misconception.
Well, those dogs have been conditioned to fight, and they should go to a shelter where they have a chance to maybe rehabilitated, shown some love, given some, you know, when they test them at animal control, they'll stick a fake hand with a piece of meat in there. It's some dog that's been starved, and if the dog bites the hand, they can destroy the dog. They have ridiculous tests.
Okay, Rex Reginald, very fascinating. I didn't realize the extent of the problem. I wish
big
you luck
problem.
with all the advocacy.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. For program schedules, post